Bracha, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be able to speak about another topic today, which is for the sake of our children. I wanted to actually give this topic right before the giving of the Torah, which was on Shavous, the time that God gave us the Torah, because we promised God that for the sake of our children, we are going to teach your will, and they're going to pass it down from generation to generation. This is the whole reason that we have the Torah. Before I continue on this topic, please, I really would appreciate it if everyone like and subscribe, comment down below something, just say hi. If there's a topic that you would want me to address, I would be more than willing to address it. I really appreciate that someone watched my video and enjoyed it. The topic today is for the sake of our children. We have a most precious gift that was given to us by God, which is the Torah. Sometimes I just think about, why does it have to take to illnesses that there are today in this world? Even just to give a small example, let's say a child cannot hear, or a child cannot see. Why does it have to go to the extreme extent of the child has to be not well? And then, wow, oh my gosh, they can hear, or they can see, or they don't have any physical development that is making them not a normal functioning child. And then we're like, wow, why does it have to go to that extreme? Why does it have to go to the extreme of infertility? That so many couples today are yearning for a child, for their own child, they just cannot have. And then finally, when a couple is able to have a child, or to the extent of adopting a child, the joy and the preciousness and the value of children. Why is there this unfortunate human mentality that when you have something, you take it for granted? But when you don't have it, or when it's being neglected, now you start to appreciate it. The fact that you're able to bring a child into this world, the fact that you're able to raise a child, the fact that you're able to watch them grow and develop and become adults, it's a gift. In the Torah, we are taught that children's souls are free of sin up until they're become a man and a woman, according to the Torah, which is 12 for girls and 13 for boys. This is the official responsibility at that time. For whenever they do a sin, they are responsible for their actions. Before that, whatever not good do they do, it goes on the adults' account, if you want to refer to it as that. Do parents know what they're doing? And of course, I am more circling around the communities that I have been coming in contact with. I feel like that they are not seeing what they're doing. To take children for granted, or to educate them in the way that God wouldn't want them to be educated in, you're responsible. And when children misbehave because adults are misleading them, and they know that they're misleading them, what are you doing? The whole foundation of Yiddishkeit, the whole foundation of Judaism comes from the Torah. So basically, God gave us the Torah. We are supposed to pass it to our children, that our children should keep it, and then we let him down? We're not appreciating the gift. We're not appreciating children. We're not appreciating... Is any parent willing to take responsibility for molding a child into impurity, and then blaming the child for all this wrongdoing that the child is doing? Why are you molding that into that child? Parents are only emissaries to teach children what God wants. He's in charge. You're not in charge. You are in charge to teach the child what God wants. You're not here to mold the Torah for your own ways, your own sake, and give that to your children. God didn't place you in this world for that. You're here to tell God, we are your emissaries to teach your Torah that we promised to you that the Torah was given for the sake of our children's sake, that we are going to teach the Torah to our children. That's the responsibility. I feel like the whole mentality of parents and adults have become so the grandmother is in charge and the mother is in charge and so many humans are in charge. Where's God in all this? Totally taking out the whole source of Yiddishkeit. Without God, no one would have been born. If a child feels that the parents are not educating them the right way, let them go. Because to try to mold and dictate a child according to your way, there are two choices. Either the child will eventually, just a matter of time, will go on their own path because it's wrong and you know it. Or if you mold the child according to your way, so it might not be a physical handicap, it'll just be a mental handicap because it's not them. Let them be them. Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon, who is famously known as the Rambam, he had a father, Rabbi Maimon. He was a great scholar and he was a great person of his time and he was greatly involved with the community. And the Rambam lost his mother at a pretty young age, so he grew up without a mother. And Rabbi Maimon wanted that, obviously, since he's a great scholar, he wanted his son to follow in his footsteps since he was the firstborn son from his previous wife. But the Rambam was not following in his father's footsteps, and there has been it wasn't going between father and son. Rambam got tired and he just let God lead his way. He left his father's house and he went to learn Torah on his own. Many years later, he came back to his father and he became Rabbi Moshe ben Maimon. You could be the greatest Torah scholar. You could be the greatest person in the community. Sometimes children just have their own way. You gotta let them go. The more you're going to squeeze them to be your way, the more you're not allowing them to be them. You're basically molding them into something that's not them. And it's definitely what's contrary to what God wants. Let your children be them. I'm expressing this very much because I'm seeing that parents are not allowing children to be who they are. They are molding them into something that's not them. Let's do it the right way. Let's tell God, you gave us the Torah, and we are keeping our promise by passing your Torah down to our children so that our children and our children's children will keep your Torah. And like I always end off by saying, just remember, the key to success in your life is first believing that you can do it. You have to have faith in yourself. See you in the next one.